Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSDenver.com and CBS in Denver. Time for a few more minutes with our Xfinity Monday live guest, Broncos linebacker Alexander Johnson. Excuse me, that was a mouthful for me to get out. Alexander Johnson joining us tonight. Hey, Alexander, we talked a little bit about it on the show, man, but how good does it feel to be sitting here on a Victory Monday? You get 2 days off, and you're sitting here having won 3 of your last 4 games.
Man, it's a wonderful feeling. Like you said, we was able to pull out a great win, and getting that win is we sitting here on Victory Monday, and it's always a wonderful feeling to get a W under your belt. And Coach showed us love and gave us extra day off, so got to utilize that and be able to take care of your body and do the things to come back ready and fresh. That's the biggest thing: come back ready and fresh, and try to get this next W. And that it's just going to try to keep stacking them up, but it's definitely a wonderful feeling.
Hey, now, there was a lot of talk after that Chiefs game about how the defense played really well and maybe the offense didn't carry their part. And the offense was vocal about that, right? We heard Noah Fant say, hey, look, we have to do better. We heard Drew Lock say, hey, it's okay for our defense to be upset. We totally understand that. How nice was it to put together a complete game and get really solid play out of the offense, defense, and the special teams yesterday?
Man, our offense came back and did what they had to do. They got them points on the board and was able. Like, if it wasn't for them, we would have lost the game. That simple. Like, they was able to drive down and make that great last series to make us win. It's a beautiful thing. Like, they talked about it and they backed it up and they made stuff happen. And obviously, as a defensive standpoint, we always can get better and improve. Because we didn't play as well as we wanted to play, but at the end of the day, we was able to turn around and get a nice W under our belt, and it feels wonderful.
Alexander, how do you assess your play after, what are we now, 7 games into this season? How do you assess how you have played so far this year?
I feel like I played pretty solid, but haven't played great. So I definitely want to improve and play better and generate more plays for the team. I feel like this last game, I can play way better than I did this last game by just little technique standpoints. But far as wise, it's a blessing to be out there, being able to play the job I've been working my whole life to get to. And I'm going to just keep busting my tail, keep hustling to be the best player I can be on that field and try to help the team most as possible.
You guys are so funny. I feel like I could ask you that after you had like 15 tackles and 3 forced fumbles, and you'd be like, I played okay, but I still feel like I can play better. But I think that's part of I mean, come on, now you're laughing because you know that's true.
No, it's funny. I had a few people I was talking on the phone with earlier, and they were like, man, I couldn't tell you didn't play that bad. I was like, sometimes people can't really tell, but when you, like, it's just certain things where it's like, I got to do better than that. But, like, at the end of the day, we won, so that's all that matters. At the end of the day, you get that win. But definitely always an area to improve.
And it makes watching film a whole lot better after a W. There's no doubt about that. Oh, yeah. Hey, so how do you guys keep this momentum going, Alexander? Because it felt like after the Patriots win, things were going pretty well, and then it didn't necessarily unfold that way against the Chiefs. What do you think is maybe one of the keys to keeping the momentum going for this entire football team as you guys get set to hit the road and take on Atlanta on Sunday?
Like you said earlier, we have to have all 3 phases playing together as a unit, and we can compensate off of each other for all 3 phases. And I feel like doing that and then playing with some good energy and positive energy, that it just can carry over. And obviously we have an away game, so we get to travel down to the East Coast. Actually, it's almost like a homecoming for me. A lot of family going to be there at that game. Fun fact, I used to work for the Falcons when I was in high school, so I know some of the equipment guys who's there. So be able to go back and play in the Dome is going to be a pretty awesome feeling because, I played in the Dome for a championship game when I was in high school. So, I know how to. Well, I haven't played in the new one, but being back at home is going to be a great feeling, and have all your family to be able to see you and watch you live.
So, what did you do for the Falcons?
So, it was a ball boy, but I like to call it equipment assistant manager.
Dwight Schrute would be proud.
But I got to do a good little bit of running the cups. Like get to be on the games on the sideline, just pretty much picking up all the cups, throwing it, keeping the sideline neat, and then throughout the week, and like when they're in camp, do get the laundry bags, fold towels and stuff like that, helping while they were in camp when I was in high school. But it's a few times where I was running out on the field. Some people was like, "Man, you running out? You look like you one of the players." Because I was 250. I was 250 into my senior year in football, so I was a pretty big guy. So I was like, "Oh, I do fit the size."
And little did we know, we'd be sitting here a couple years later, you'd be running out on the field to take against the Falcons or to play against the Falcons. So, Alexander, put that into perspective, man, because people know your journey, know that you were out of football, and now you're here. And I know you're not looking back, but to go to Atlanta on Sunday and have a chance to take on the team that you grew up working for, what is that going to be like?
Man, it's a great feeling. Just sitting back knowing when you was in high school, obviously that been one of my goals since a little kid, but knowing you in high school, you was able to help and assist NFL guys. And like you sitting there and like, man, I'm gonna be there one day. And as the journey continues goes on, I'm here at this point fulfilling a goal and dream that I had my whole life. And now I get to go back to my hometown, and it's going to be a lot of people who's Falcon fans, but they're going to be rooting for me. So it's a blessing and wonderful feeling.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that, and good luck on Sunday. Alexander, we always enjoy the visit, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a great night.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSDenver.com and CBS in Denver.